Hello again, it's me. I'm back with a new ROM. It's not a new ROM, but again, it's fairly new to me. I've been reading up on it, heard nothing but good, and wanted to give it a try. The ROM is called Twisted. This is on my Nexus 6, and I'm going to go into it right now. This review will also be covering Magpie, Magpie Layers theme, and I am running the clear version of it. So if we go to About Phone, you will see that this is Android 5.1.1 version. There's the build number. I am running Hell's Core HCB10 T4 with Mako hot plug. Build number LMY 48P. One thing I noticed about this ROM is the lettering is definitely different. I kind of like it. The text, I should say, is different. I like it. I don't think I'm going to change it. I'm going to keep it the way it is. It's a little small for my liking, but I think I'll get used to it. I'm going to have to go through most of this because the way this ROM is laid out, it's not where the normal settings would be in settings on some of the other ROMs. And I'll show you that when we get there. Developer options are basic options that we get with most other Android Lollipop ROMs. The wallpaper I'm running underneath this clear theme, I downloaded off of the Google Plus site for Twisted. You just go to the site, look through it. Well, you want to look under wallpapers and screenshots, and you will see quite a few wallpapers that's available for download. I kind of like this one. This one brings the dark look, but it's not over the top. It works well with a clear theme like Magpie. Alright, data's down here. But it's not the data you think. This is the backup my data part of it. Backup account, factory reset. But it's worded a little different. So is normally you see language and input. It is under keyboard. This is where you would change your settings for your Android keyboard, or if you had the Google keyboard downloaded, this is where you would make your adjustments to that. Under security, let's see. So far, everything in here is about the same. Then you have location. Trying to think what might be different. Here are your sound settings. And your heads-up notification is under your sound settings. I have mine turned off. Into the display. I'm seeing nothing really different. Advanced doze options. I'm not even sure what that is. And then, of course, home is where you would keep your launchers. It does come with Nova Launcher pre-installed on it. It is the newest version of Nova Launcher, so I am not running it. I will probably use a system app remover, uninstall that, and reinstall Nova Launcher 3.3 version, because that is the version I like to run, and I don't like to run anything newer than that. Now, under personal, that's where all the good settings are, and this ROM comes packed. It's a very nice ROM. We're going to go with the Twisted apps. These are the apps that are included in the ROM. You have your Twisted OTA, and by the way, I got a notification already that there is an update to this. So it's working. The push bullet on that works very well. It comes with Add Away kernel auditor. We'll open that so you can see where my settings are at for Hell's Core kernel. I think I'm going to switch to the light theme so you can see the settings better. Under CPU. Oh, nope, we're going to go to the dark. It's conflicting with the theme that I'm running because Magpie themes this as well. Alright, let's go under CPUs. As you can see, only 2 cores are running right now. It's because of the way I have it set up. When it reaches 9649 megahertz or more, it starts to pull 1 or more cores online to help out with the demand. But these are my kernel settings. My maximum is 6449. My minimum CPU frequency is 35 megahertz, and my maximum screen off, I usually keep it at 883. Sometimes I'll drop down to 729, somewhere around there, but we're going to keep it at that. And I keep the conservative governor under your CPU hot plug, the Mako hot plug, which is what this kernel version is named after. Not the phone, but the hot plug, Mako. You want to set your high load counter to 3, your load threshold to 90, max load counter to 50, minimum time CPU online 1, and your timer to 1. Now, you can play with those, but that is what it works. That's what works for me, and that's what I have it set at. Now, again, under your CPU frequency unplugged limit, I have mine set at 2496. That is where, like I said, if it hits 2496 or above, it's going to kick on one or two more cores. And then you have all of your other settings that you can go through, but I'll let you guys decide what you want on or off. It does have the battery quick charge setting in it if you enable it. Of course, I have mine enabled. Also, you have your layers manager. Right now, these are the layers themes that I have on, and I am showcasing Magpie theme right now. I will show you that. And this is what all it themes. It's a very nice theme. It covers pretty much everything. One thing I've noticed though, there are not too many ROMs out there that covers the AOSP messaging service that normally comes stock on your ROM. There are a few, Neat being one of them. If you go to Neat, I'm almost positive that it has AOSP messaging. But I wanted to showcase Magpie for this build, so I had to download Google messaging service to let you guys see what it looked like. Let's go back into the Twisted apps. You have your layers backup, where you can back up your settings the way you have it right now, and name it. Basically like another layers theme, but it's your theme that you created. Whether you created it out of one theme and picked and choose, or you combined more than one. Then you have your super user settings, and then Viper for Android. I haven't downloaded any of the drivers for that yet, so that's why it kicked off on me there. The next thing we have is Twisted Tweaks. This is where all of the settings are at for your status bar, drop down menu, quick settings, and your yeah. This is where all your settings are at. I can't think. Here's your quick settings. Tiles. That's what I have right now. This is what was left to choose from. to think here. That's about it on that. You have your battery clock and date. What's nice is they allow you to color it. I think that all ROMs should do that, especially ROMs running themes with a layers manager, because most themes do not come with the status bar icons where you can change the color. So I do like this a lot. This ROM is really, so far, pretty kick-ass. Let me see, battery clock and date. Again, your battery settings. Of course, I have mine hidden because I am running the 3-minute battery mod. Navbar settings, which is what I couldn't think of. Jesus, I don't know where my head's at, but anyways, here's your button settings. You can color them, and I like that. Thank you for that. And here is where you would change them. In here, you would just grab and pull, and it changes them. And you don't even have to hit save. It automatically saves it. Just hit the back button. You have dimensions. I'll let you guys see what the dimensions are to choose from. Has the navbar ring. I have mine disabled. And animations, you have your animation duration for that. And then now we're into the notifications. You have your advanced sound options where you can shut off your camera if you want. I like to shut off the safe headset volume. And then you can, of course, get into your notifications and have less frequent notification sounds. You can get in there and change that if you want. This is also where you would change your LEDs. This is how I have mine set for my notifications. This is battery, I'm sorry. This is my notification settings, and it's been working. Lock screen settings, you have your wallpaper, your lock screen shortcuts. You can set up your weather for that. I haven't set that up yet, so I can't say for sure whether it works 100%, but it is there. LCD density, you can change your density if you want. The letters are kind of small. You don't have to change the density to change that. They give you the option in that in display to change your letter size. So if you want to do that way, you can most certainly do it that way without changing your LCD density. Then of course you have your 3-finger gesture, which gives it a screenshot when you swipe down with 3 fingers. I just have that disabled for now. Let's go ahead and give it a try. Enable. And there's your screenshot. Let's see. Security. There's your privacy guard. Of course, wake lock blocker. Then under miscellaneous, you have your Slim Pie, your battery bar options, which I wanted to show. You know me, I am a lover of the battery bar. And this ROM has it in it. Thank you. It's a very good, very nice touch. I think all ROMs should at least give you the option to run it if you want. And I am. And it's working very nicely. And I had no problem setting it up. Power menu. This is where you can add or remove options from your hard button for your power. When you push it, this gives you your, well, if you push and hold it, this gives you your options there. You also have your live display. It gives you partition information, which talks about the partitions on your phone. That's in there. And it has its own screen recorder app. And I have not tried it yet. Well, basically that is all that's in this ROM. And when I say that, I mean, that's I went over it all. It's actually a very very nicely packed ROM. I think they did a very good job on it. It works. It's pretty smooth. I found a couple weird things that I got to mention. I had to download a lot of apps, and the reason being is this ROM comes with, or does not come with, number one, a messaging service. You have to load some type of messaging service for texting and MMS in order for you to send text. It does not have anything. I first loaded a, an AOSP messaging service that I pulled off of another ROM, and it works, but I couldn't theme it. I couldn't find a theme that would theme properly with Magpie, so then I downloaded Google messaging service, and I'll let you see what that looks like. I am running the clear, so as you can see, it's very clear. I sent a test text to myself. This is the way the bubbles look. Very nice. I like it. I like the theme. I like it a lot. Um, Also, the browser that's included. It comes with this browser right here. Um, it is Firefox browser. I'm going to get rid of this, and this is the home page for the Firefox browser. And if you're a fan of Firefox, you're good to go. You don't need another browser. I am not a fan of Firefox, but again, I happen to have had a browser preloaded that I pulled off of another ROM that I just installed, and it's working great. So now I have my two browsers. I'm trying to think of anything else. It does come with Layers Manager and the Layers Backup built into the ROM. It does have the kernel manager built into the ROM. Basically, everything you see here came with the ROM, with the exception of any of the Google apps. Those I put on. It did come with the calendar. No, wait a minute. That was my G apps that I loaded. It did not come with the calendar. So that is what came with it. I loaded Zedge and YouTube. It does come with titanium backup. That's another thing that it comes with the ROM as you flash it. That's about it. I can't think of anything else. I'm going to run through and let you see some of this theme. That's the dialer. Recents, contacts. I showed you the contacts. Those are my recents. I'm not going to go into all. Messaging, I showed you that, but I'll bring it up again. That is what it looks like. And of course, this is Magpie theme again that I'm showing you. Play Store. I just love clear themes. Speaking of clear themes, Neat, the maker of the one that I did the video on that has the darkish theme with the really nice colors that pop. He is working on a clear theme right now. So as soon as that hits and is official, I will do a video on that. Let's see. Let's go Google Plus. Again, Magpie themes that clear. Very nice. Hangouts. I don't think Hangouts is clear. It's a dark black theme, but still it themes it. So it's pretty nice. Trying to think of something else. I think Layers Manager is themed, yes. So the Layers Manager has a clear theme to it, as you can see. Now you got to be careful what background you put on, or you will not be able to read. But that is one of the things of running a clear a clear theme. So just keep that in mind. Well, that does it for Twisted ROM. If you guys want to download it, I will try to put some links in the description for both the XDA and the Google Plus site. I'll try to put a link for Hell's Core kernel. And if you have any questions, post them. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, thumbs down. Either way, that's fine with me. And thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.